So we made it here, Sandown Shanklin against Gosport. Got ferry, as always, gets changed. We had a very fun ferry journey, but yeah, down here to watch Gosport take on Sandown Shanklin. Predominantly try and focus on Sandown today. Obviously, I don't know if anyone that's played here, you can probably see the slope on the pitch. It's probably plenty of 50-22s around, hopefully. So yeah, it should be a really good game of rugby. Bit of a wind, but a bit of sunshine as well. So great day for a bit of rugby in Counties 1. Gosport looking to get their game back on track, and Sandown looking to put another dent in the promotion charge of Gosport. So let's get to it. Right, so we got Sam. Sam was able to pretty much facilitate this journey here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sam, what's your involvement at the club?
Officially, I'm the chairman.
Yeah.
But I'm also a current player. Standing captain today.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's ever a question around that, which I'm the go-to person.
Yeah. How long have you been here then?
I joined from Vectus in about 2007. So yeah. Should be 20 years. So
Wow.
don't live here.
No, so plenty of changes in the club in that sort of 20 years you've been here.
Yeah, we've gone up and down a little bit. I think we're right at the level we should be now. When I first started playing ones, we were at this level. We used to be in Form League in South West Trade.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a slog trying to get back, I guess. I think we are where we are. We've got a solid tools base.
Yeah.
Good squad there. So yeah, no, it's,
As Keith was just saying, though, like being able to be in a position to put a third team out on the island as well is a phenomenal place to be.
So yeah, I interviewed Keith back in the summer. Yeah, he's one of the things that as I said to him is that my goal is for us to put a third team out.
Yeah,
it'd be massive. Obviously, you've got to start somewhere. So yeah, we've got to do a couple of friendlies and whatnot. So yeah. See how it goes, really.
So obviously, Keith's first season, what happened to the old coach? Sort of time was time?
No, so Damo was great. So Damo joined 2017, sorry.
Yeah.
First season was excellent. Yeah, we got to the playoffs.
Yeah.
We narrowly lost that. Obviously, the restructures and changes.
I think they're restructuring.
Yeah.
You can't make their mind up.
You try and follow the doctrines. Yeah, no, you won obviously last year. Won the league, as Chief mentioned.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to step away. It's a time thing. It's the same with a lot of people, isn't it?
Completely agree, mate. Yeah.
As a volunteer, he takes up a lot of his time. He's a teacher as well.
Oh, okay.
So, there was no bad feeling. There was no severance. He let me know early.
Time was time. And he'd done his duty. He won the league, and perfect way to leave as well.
We kept it quiet as well for a bit because we didn't want to risk
risking the league and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. So once that was done, it was like, everyone knew, and party was last.
So what was the job advert then? What did you put out? Was it just the local area, or did you say we want to coach of this in? What was the intention?
It was, so Damo was director of rugby, so Keith is our director of rugby / head coach.
Right.
And it's slightly generalised, but there's obviously some key elements that we need to be covered off, obviously. Our presence at training, putting a game plan as such. But we publicise that generally on the website and our social media channels. Yeah. We find that doing a decent bit of marketing on social media actually attracts players.
So I think that's just rugby done. Rugby's pretty shit at advertising, social media.
There is a bit of that, but again, I just think we don't actually help ourselves.
No, of course you don't. No,
So-
the whole game's exactly the same.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, it doesn't
There's no transparency.
No.
I think just, again, the same sort of thing that we do generally, about 1 or 2 points for the season for player recruitment.
Yeah.
Just something out, and it's a paid ad. So again, it
Perfect.
gets eyes on it.
Yeah.
And then share it as much as possible. Most places, as you appreciate, just go, we've put something out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get any much further than the eyes that are already on the product.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, chairman then, how did you fall into that? Was it nobody else putting their hand up, or did you literally think I'm going to do this? And
it's sort of earmarked as chairman for.
right.
I was vice chair last year.
Yeah.
And I've been on the committee since I came back from university in 2013.
Yeah.
So, I think sort of kind of groomed for the position.
Yeah.
Our previous chairman, so we just swapped roles, so he's our vice chairman.
Oh, okay.
Again, there's no bad feeling or anything, just we swapped around and just saying, here you go.
Yeah.
Different wills on
Different aspects and looking at it and
not
stuff.
necessarily we've done anything different. It's just you switch around.
Fair enough. We've obviously got a fair few
sponsors and banners and stuff? Sort of island-based
Yeah.
companies that want to sort of put back in?
Yeah, I mean, we've got our sponsors day to day, so we've got
Yeah.
over 100 people coming alone for that.
Wow.
Alleged figures. You had Greg obviously talk about that a moment ago. So, and then usually get a good crowd on a home day anyway. So, and like you said, most of us support us with the hoardings and whatnot.
Yeah.
We think they're a great lead sponsor of Mad Fibre, so
Yeah.
they've helped with a lot of the facilities as well, which is
No, they're really good. I used to do telecoms, so we built on the island for White Fibre before, so I know exactly what they're like and what they put back into the team.
obviously the pitches,
Yeah.
the posts, the flags, the scoreboard, the fencing over a period of time.
Yeah.
It's not just gone
bang, there's some money, yeah.
exactly. We obviously want to keep working with them. They're great. As you said, great for the community. So.
Yeah. The pitch then, as I spoke, it's never really changed. Is it a game plan, or is there a plan eventually to sort of level out the pitch, or is it just it is what it is and we'll make use of it?
It's one of those wish lists. If someone was able to come along with a serious chunk of money, we want to do this. I mean, it always boils down to we've had the Twickenham groundsman come down once or twice in the years ago. Why would you want to level it?
Yeah,
It's self-draining.
exactly.
You never really have a cancelled game, and it's
Unless you're in that corner.
and it's your own advantage.
That's it.
Again, why would you waste that? So again,
100%.
until that golden goose comes along one day and he goes, "Oh, I want to put this much in."
Yeah,
We'd keep it as it is. It's showing a little bit of wear and tear because we have a lot of people training on it. We have Vectors training on the week.
Yeah.
We train on the week.
because they play here as well, don't they?
Absolutely,
Vectors?
yeah. And you've got 4 or 5 days of a week that is being used.
Yeah.
We tried to train off
It's a decent nick for 4 or 5 days worth of use, though. To be
know,
fair,
absolutely.
compared to some of them.
that. I mean,
out
that's
there.
credit to our grounds team. They're brilliant. So they're here twice a week at the very least.
Wow.
So they've got obviously they have a pitch across the way. So. And there's probably mentioned as well having a third team is going to be another issue to worry about. So even more feet to be on it. But it's our advantage. I always like the look of the teams that come over and they've never been here. Go, what's that?
Yeah. They're standing in this corner, and then they go stand in that corner and look back across, and they don't know where everyone's disappeared.
No, there's a bit of a kicker.
It's that little charm, though, isn't it? It's the charm of these sort of way.
Character.
Exactly that. So obviously, big plans ahead. Keith seems to be having a way of rugby that he wants to sort of implement, and that's promoted through your 2s and hopefully your 3s as well. What's the big push for next season from a chairman's point of view?
I think just to consolidate where the ones are this year.
Yeah.
We've started very well. I think maybe got a little bit ahead of ourselves of where we are.
Yeah. You started really well.
We got up to about October time. I got injured.
Yeah.
A lot of other lads got injured, and so it
So
just
it's
hit
down
us.
the year, it's your fault.
Oh, it's all my fault. Again, like you said, if you don't know something, come find me, and it's probably my fault. But I just think it's consolidating. Like the more numbers we get in, the more we can back up our 2s and our 1s.
Yeah.
Like Keith said, we want to get a 3s through, so it's just consolidating that, getting more people in the clubs and support. Same with me, volunteers is the main thing.
Volunteers, money in the bank somehow, however you get it.
I mean, it's a great facility.
Yeah.
We try to hire as much as possible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is this yours or is this a council one?
it's leased from the council.
Okay.
I believe. You found some
Go on then, I'll pin you down. Prediction for today.
obviously going to win.
By how many?
2.
Fair enough.
It was narrow a couple of weeks ago. I missed the conversion to Mancunian.
Did ya? Oh, no.
So 32, what was that, 32, 31, I think?
Yeah.
I think it'll be close again to doing.
So, players to watch out today.
Where can you start? 6. We've got Zach Chiverton, usually plays hooker.
Yeah.
Absolute ball of a guy, just carries
Really?
steps. Watch out for him on the restarts,
Yeah.
especially ours. He'll cling.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little set piece for us. Who else to watch out? Nick Wincoff for the centres.
Yeah.
Ash on the wing. No.
I mean, even I'd be like them if I was running.
Oh yeah. I always feel great when I'm running down though. It's when you go up the hill.
I was going to say, does that factor into conditioning? Do you sort of train for playing up the hill?
Not particular. No. It's more about where you're playing again. I think, as you mentioned with Keith, it's the wind.
Yeah.
If you're playing against the wind up the hill, it's the worst condition in the way. But
Yeah.
that's where the toss comes into it a little bit in a minute.
It's no different to like Andover though, is it? If you play
No.
Andover,
Or
they've got their,
Chinham.
they've got their slope. They play to it, and then you've got to factor around it. So
You manage your game plan to that for each half.
Sam,
Thank you
absolute
very much,
pleasure.
Greg.
Thank you,
Listen.
mate. That would mean mullet. So we're here with Greg, vets, club captain, sort of job,
That's correct,
job
yeah.
role of everything.
Absolutely.
Ultimate mullet.
That's right. Yeah. Works well in the winter.
That's
though,
it.
yeah.
Perfect. That's why we bring you that side. So obviously you pitching and your vets are going to Twickenham.
That's correct. Yeah. We're playing in a charitable game, 27th of May this year.
Oh wow.
And it's all to raise funds for the Injured Players Programme, which is the RFU affiliated charity.
Brilliant.
How
How did that come about?
That's come on the back of it. 2023, unfortunately, one of our younger players had an injury on the pitch playing rugby, life-changing injury. So at the moment he's confined to a wheelchair, but battling really well.
Yeah.
So the Injured Players Foundation were instrumental in helping him with his recovery and still support him now. So they gave us an opportunity to play up there, and we're going to repay the favour and we're fundraising at the moment.
How many people have put their hands up to be veterans for the period?
Every single person that's had a pair of boots on the Isle of Wight in contact with. But we're restricted to 25 players.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity.
You said it's 27th of May.
27th of May at Twickenham. Yeah, it's the
On the back of any other game, is there another game with it?
Yeah, we've got some friendly games coming up as well
Okay.
for the vets. So we play 2 or 3 games a year, and then but that's the one we're preparing for at the moment. But the most important thing is we're fundraising, and in just over a week we've raised £10,000 so far.
Amazing. So obviously, Injured Players Foundation, you've obviously got tight links there.
Correct.
Who are you going to play in the game up there?
Well, there's 6 teams that are selected.
Oh, okay.
All of those teams, it's a mini tournament.
Yeah.
All of those teams have got an injured player in their club, had a
Wow.
similar scenario, who's been assisted by the Injured Players Foundation.
Yeah.
So it's
day
going to
out
be an
for
amazing day, and raise funds for that great foundation.
Obviously, how can people donate anything towards that?
Yeah, we've got club links set up, and all the individual players are raising funds themselves as
Brilliant.
well, and then it all culminates at the end.
Well, obviously, any of that we'll try and help promote and share through the amazing channels and
The
stuff.
good thing about it is an incentive for the players is the team that raises the most money prior to the day gets the changing room for the day.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
brilliant.
it's a big
push for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously, anyone that can spare any pennies, chuck it your way,
Yeah,
and hopefully you get the full
Yeah,
treatment.
be a great course.
How long have you been with the club then?
This is my 30th season. Wow, playing. So, if you saw me bend down, that would prove it.
How you found playing rugby on the island? Because obviously, I did the episode with Guernsey and stuff. They obviously have to get a flight everywhere. Everyone thinks it's quite luxurious.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys have to get the fast cat to most games.
Yep.
Is it logistically a nightmare, or have you guys just had to get around it?
I think you, living on the island, regardless whether you're playing rugby or working off the island, you're used to that. So it's just part of the day. And the further you travel away, regardless of whether you travel 2 hours away or half an hour away, you're still on that boat anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It doesn't really phase us.
Obviously, the cost of that, is that sort of supported by the ferry companies or RFU, or is that just you have to factor that into yearly costs?
We get a very small donation from the RFU.
Okay.
And the ferry companies, do help us out with a bit of discount. But it's our biggest cost, travel, without doubt.
Brilliant.
I think, is there 4 teams on the island now, roughly?
Three teams, yeah.
So obviously, obviously the island's only so big.
Yeah.
As people that know, it's only a certain size. Is it fairly divided up? Is if you're this side of it, you play for that club?
No,
There's
not
people travelling around.
Not necessarily. I mean, historically, you always, if your dad played for that team, or your daughter or your son goes and plays for that team. But nowadays, no, it's really good. We work really well with the other 2 teams as well. And if our second team are a bit short, they'll gladly send players over who haven't got a game, and vice versa. So it's all about rugby on the island more than the individual clubs.
No, brilliant. Have you got a women's team here?
No, there's not. There's not a women's team for our individual club.
Yeah.
But there is a team here on the island that do play the games. So that's good.
Mini youth all the way through, sort of set up?
Mini youth is Vector's rugby club.
That's
So
it,
they're not affiliated to an individual club.
Yeah.
But they're a great setup, and some amazing people who work really hard for them, and hundreds of kids come through. And a lot of the players we've got here are ex-Vectors, which is amazing.
Spot. Greg, I know you can get back to the piss, mate, so I'll leave you to it. Right, Keith, team manager, or club manager, or head coach? Okay. So, how long have you been at the club?
new this season, first season.
Really?
Yeah.
Originally player over here, or did you relocate?
Yeah. So I played on the island. I've been over the island for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
After uni, came back, was coaching one of the other island clubs, and this season lads went up there, had a vacancy, and I applied, and now I'm here for the year.
Officially. So obviously this season, you guys were flying for a little bit, weren't you? Had a bit of a run, and then what happened?
So it was just the schedule and the way the fixtures felt that you don't need to games first half of the season, second half of the season away, and juries found out about the boats and logging away days. So it's the same as personal. When you're home, you've got 30, 50 lads and all that. When you're away, not so many. Yeah. And being new here this year, I've already used 48 different lads for the first
Really?
time. Yeah. Not a few lads today, so I'm still finding my feet, finding out who my best 18 is, and the lads.
How many you got on the books then?
Over 60. Yeah.
Really?
So we're running 2 teams currently. Two finishing second in their league.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing flying high. Yeah. We've had many games where we've had 6 people available at the moment, so
brilliant.
we're really doing well.
So obviously, Gosport, the result didn't go your way last. You were kind of in the middle of the storm, weren't there?
Yeah, we got very unlucky. I knew it was going to be a tougher day when the first thing I said, well, the rest of us was like, we're surprised we're out here today, so all the boats and everything cancelled.
Yeah.
And we ended up being the only game playing that day, but the lads love playing rugby, no matter what the weather is or the conditions and that. It was tricky for both sides. They played it a lot better than we did, but lads had fun. Like you said, it's another long away day. Yeah, boats cancelled. It made it a very long day trying to get home. But we're definitely ready for the right for team long-term thing.
So obviously, for those that have played here, you've got a bit of a slope, haven't you, in the pitch?
Very misleading. Especially if you go down the far corner here, you can't actually see the flies rolling.
Yeah,
it's literally rolling up and down.
And like, the wind's blowing into us as well. So that's sort of the game plan. And you try and get used to this year.
Yeah, sunlight as well, as you can see, it's quite bright and that. It's up in the air, competing and use the wind. Only issue with our pitch is it's a little shorter.
Yes.
So there's been quite a few this season. I've noticed quite a few 50-22s.
I can imagine.
Quite a few. Actually, it's gone dead. You're coming all the way back to your 22 for a scrum and stuff. Yeah, so if you get a nice windy sea breeze down here, and with, like you said, with the slope and all that, it can lead to a nice territory gain.
So obviously, do you guys sort of practice that?
Hopefully you'll see from today. Yeah, our 10 and today, it's great with the boot. He loves to put a little kick in, loves the roll and stuff like that. We try and play ball in hand, look after it as much as we can, but we're not afraid to kick. It could be, like you said, especially when the conditions are out for it. It looks like a much better day, nice sunny track.
I think the weather's supposed to hold up, so the track should be fairly decent today out there.
Yeah, hopefully nice and fast, and we'll get playing a lot. Hopefully that's the game plan.
Nice. So obviously, what has been your game plan this season? Obviously, first season in here. What did you inherit? What did you come in? Did you think, what have I signed up to here, or have I got a perfect ready steady?
Yeah, I was quite thankful when I came into the lads. Obviously, they just won the league below. All joys for it. A lot of changes I've made. So the biggest thing is I've put in a new structure. Yeah, we played different systems the way they played last year. They've still adapted to it, but we're leaps and bounds ahead of previous half. To where we've come in the first half of the season has been phenomenal. We're still working out the system and how it works on the game day. But putting a bit of structure onto them, because a lot of the lads, especially in the summer, on the island, they love playing sevens. They love playing. Trying to rein that in a little bit. When people are making that step up, it's no more of a leap, and they know what they're stepping in today. It's a bit of that confidence, right? I know what job I need to see. I like the lads are embracing it, and I couldn't be more impressed with you two. So hopefully, said first season, see what happens in the last few games. If we stay in this league, build on it next year.
So obviously, big plan for next year then is to probably push on, do you think?
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying to the lads now. It's all about ourselves and the progress we're making. Yeah, bigger picture stuff than it's necessarily we need to go out and make sure we win this and do this and this. And sometimes it's reminding them, sometimes the performance we want, not get the result we want. But if we look how close to what we're trying to achieve from that performance, then a scrappy win we had a few weeks ago, and it's much better stuff. Bigger picture, hopefully we're going to try and look at trying to get a third team going, get some free friendlies, because with the twos hopefully get promoted, they'll be in the actual league, so they're capped at 18 now. At the moment, sometimes they get 30 on a match day. Wow. Obviously if it's going to be capped at 18, you're not going to have 12 lads to learn you to games. So we're moving, we can push on, get a third team out, a few friendlies, pick them through the season.
Your prediction for Dave then?
Very tight affair. I know they're chasing down promotion. Yeah, I don't recognise a lot of the lads who played on that day. Like I said, it's completely different conditions. We've got a few lads returning from long-term injury and stuff. So, obviously, hope for a good entertaining game. Hope being into the bottom of the teams.
Perfect. Keith,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Right. As I said in the social media post, won't let you have too much of that limelight. How we doing, Polly? You all right?
I'm good, mate. Yeah. Could be better off a poor result last week, but you know what? I'm actually all right, and the lads are all right, and we're just sort of striving on and going from there. And guess what? We're on the island. The sun's shining. Got my sunnies on. I'm in a pair of shorts.
Perfect.
What more do you want?
Bognor away last week. Then what happened?
We went to Bognor away last week.
Yeah. Obviously, hard result.
That's what happened.
Hard result.
And it was tough. No, to be fair,
Bognor are a good side.
To be fair, Bognor played really, really well last week. They strung a load of stuff together. The coach is developing and bringing on a whole load of stuff there, which is good.
Yeah.
Bringing some young players up. You've got to stand up and sort of be accounted. And, we knew when we went that we were going to be in for a struggle. We had no sort of sit there and go, oh, that's it. Every game we said is a 50-50 contest.
Yeah.
Till you get into the game and start playing, and you're not going to know what's happening.
Obviously, Bognor have got Ellingham this weekend.
Yeah,
as
hopefully
well.
they can do us a favour.
Bognor can help out.
Look, the lads, we've already spoke about it. It's like just every week, it doesn't matter.
Game by game.
Just
Cliche.
See what happens. It sounds stupid, and everyone talks about it in the past. It doesn't matter what a sports pundit, what sports commentator, everything. You just sit there and go, oh, well, we've just got to win the next game.
Yeah.
Well, but what about after that? Well, we've got to win the next game after that. And what about that? Well, we've got to win the next. Well, if we win all our games, then, hopefully
because you've
sort of
still
get
got Ellingham to play in.
Yeah, so we've got Ellingham at home in a couple of weeks, so that should be good. And I know they're going to be strong. They're going to be up for it as well. Look, today's the main focus is to come here, and get a result here and play as well as we can. I haven't been here. I've just worked it out the other day. I just worked it out today. I haven't been here for 18 years.
Really?
So the last time I came here was 18 years ago.
Wow.
I think. So
it's probably ain't much different either.
No, clubhouse. I think the clubhouse was still new then, so
Yeah.
it still looks new and it looks in a good condition. But I kind of get jealous of coming to other clubs where they've got sponsorship hoardings all around. And I just, how have you done this? What have you got done there?
Yeah.
I just turn around and go, why have you not got that Gosport Park? Council.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Blown away.
we won't say any more about that. That's just a whole other story.
Prediction for today, then, mate.
We're going to have 80 minutes of rugby.
Yeah.
I think if we can get on top quite early on, if we can get dominant up front, scrums, line-outs, we're going to make their day. I mean, if that wind's quite strong.
Yeah.
Most of the rugby we played down in this half. So if we can just play some sensible rugby, just nice, simple plans and run hard, make our tackles, I think we've stand a good shot to get the result today.
The toss will be fairly critical in which way you go to start with as well.
I'll leave that to Tim.
Yeah.
I'll let him toss it. In more ways than one. But I just leave that to him. He makes those decisions, and I let him captain the side.
Yeah.
On the pitch, he's got great experience. We've been playing on and off and coaching on and off together for since 2008. So 17 years, I think, 18 years. So, look, it's good. I just like the fact that when we got to the ferry this morning, the sun was shining, and we're like, oh, it's lovely. And then the ferry was playing change, the wind's coming in.
I don't think that was a ferry. It just looked like somebody forgot to draw the rest of the boat.
Yeah, we're running a replacement ferry. All right, okay, well, where's the rest of it? I don't know. But look, we're here. We got here nice and time, nice and early, and the weather conditions are better than when they came to us. So, I can't really complain. Let's have a great day.
Oh, we will.
It's all right.
Cheers, pal.
See you later.
Keith, so 12-8 up at half-time, mate. Result you expected, or do you think you got on top of them a bit?
Very tight, very tight. I'm interested to see how we cope mentally here. So I want to start. I've got so far this year. We've been leading half-time 5 matches to go on to lose.
Right.
So making sure the lads don't go back into their shell now, and we'll just carry on doing what they were doing well in the first half. Need to sort out discipline though. The penalty count is not in our favour.
It's crawling up,
and that's how they're getting down the field, especially now the wind's behind them.
Yeah.
Any penalties like that, I expect them to kick it dead in the alternative.
Standout players from the first half, mate, for you.
Chiv on the flank, I think he's carried very well.
Yeah.
Jev coming in at 12 has done well. We've controlled the ball very well. We're doing very good with what ball we've got, considering how much our set piece is struggling.
No, so it's hard. Wind's not quite in everyone's favour at the minute. Set piece, as you say, you're getting pinged a lot. The ref's probably on the other side at the minute, to be fair.
Yeah.
What did you shout about at half time to make sure that turns in your favour?
I just said,
Shut your mouth.
New 40 minutes, lads.
Yeah.
Whatever's gone's gone. We can talk about it after the game. Like, we're not ever changing the call. Nor rightly. The rest has made a decision. We just got back and get on with it. Let it go and get on with the next job.
So, mate, I'll catch up with you at the end.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, pal. Quite a half-time poll, seeing as you run off with me microphones. But 12-8 down at half-time, mate. What was the battle plan at half-time?
Just play back up, play some simple rugby. You know,
Yeah.
dominate them up front, dominate them in the scrum, and then hopefully we can start getting some pick it up. We're just not connecting together, really. That's all. Just
Penalty counts on your side as well, which is positive.
And at some point, he's going to have to go to his pocket. I think that's like 7 penalties in the red zone now, and just in this half. So, you know.
Second half potentially in your favour, the way the pitch is playing.
Yeah, we shall see. We'll sort of see what happens. You know me. I never really sort of count my chickens at all. I think we've probably turned that over there, haven't they?
Tom.
So, yeah.
Tom, man.
Sorry,
Cheers,
mate.
No worries. Cheers, pal. No, we lost on the raw. Fucking awesome. Yeah, Keith. Big win there.
Yeah. Relief, I think, is the first word that comes to mind. Yeah, spoke about at half time. We had a few demons. We've been losing from winning positions. Back in it, they even had a penalty last play of the game on our 5. Lads threw up, competed line out. They probably didn't expect it, stole the ball, won the game.
Huge.
Obviously, discipline got even worse. We played period with 13 men. It was like a rolling sub. Every time someone came back out of the bin, it must have thought we only had one chair or something. Every time someone else came out, someone else came back in, but could not fault the heart of the lads just putting it all in.
Huge
Like
result.
I said, they've shook off a few demons this week, so they must be relieved as well.
Big catalyst as well, because Gosport were no mugs of a side to take a scalp here.
Pushing for promotion, a top quality side. You saw that in some of their play with us. Obviously, the blood in a few young lads that are obviously going to go on and do some good things for the club. And it just shows what a great setup they got over there.
No, obviously now, who'd you go to 2 weeks time?
2 weeks time, Guernsey, you work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so hopefully we're having a mini time kind of tour. We're going to hopefully fly out Friday afternoon, fly back Sunday night. So yeah, the lads, I can look forward to it. And like I said, it's all to play for now because we've got Guernsey and then finishing after that 2 weeks away to Lego Ringwood. So well done, Oyster now.
That's it. So obviously, a few lads there probably feel aggrieved. There was a couple of decisions that may have gone one way or the other. One of your lads has already secured himself Dick of the Day as well.
Yeah. Well, normally, if you get a yellow card straight away, you're on the chair. But I think we're going to run out of chairs at this time.
I was going to say you completed it. I think there's a full line out there.
But what we've done better this time, we've matured and we've let it go. Maybe not fully, completely, but better than we have in previous weeks. We've lost it from out in front because our discipline, when we've moaned a decision, they put it to the back of their minds and they just go on with the courage on. I'm sure I'm not going to hear the end of it for the next hour or two up in the bar, but yeah, we'll move on.
You got the result. Keith, thanks for your time, mate. Really appreciate everything. Sam, big result.
Yeah, massive.
Did you think it was going to go your way? The tide was turning at a few occasions. It could have gone.
Yeah, I mean, considering the number of yellow cards, he could have argued it. We just probably could have got it.
It was scrappy out there at times, though, wasn't it?
But that just shows character.
100%. As Keith has just said, you've thrown that many times recently, and it's gone the other way.
And again, it's a massive result. Kind of shows well we have the potential to be a good team like that.
100%. Obviously, the breakaway try from down here, that was a changing point, wasn't it? There was Gosport nearly scored the try there, and your 12 just disappeared into the sunset effectively, and was able to dive down for you.
I think we had a bit of a conversation whether he had enough gas.
I did think you started running treacle for a little bit.
A bit of a loop on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know it was nothing, but there was a couple of tries or a couple of opportunities where probably could have extended it. There was a break for the centre.
Yeah.
There was a break for our prop, and the red scrum cap, he just sort of gave up.
That's it, yeah.
So there was potential. It wasn't just a one-off.
There's a couple you butchered as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
So I've got a couple of them on video as well for the lads as well. So
I'll give you that.
yeah, I'll get it. Especially down here, he was a 2-on-1, and he butchered it. But
huge pressure. So
100% huge result, and obviously you guys go to Guernsey in 2 weeks apparently.
Yeah.
Great little tour there. That'd be a nice little run.
Yeah, we've actually booked the flights right this year. Actually, we sort of messed it up a little bit. So yeah, it's after a result like this, the pressure's off a little bit, so we can still go have a good game. Love the Guernsey lads.
Lads. Yeah, they're good crack over there. Yeah. So, Dick of the Day for today is going to be a big list, isn't it? There's a good few options.
From last week, we had no dignity, so now the loads. So, yeah.
got your line out to put the flag up for the kick that wasn't the kick. And
And so you've got the footage. I have to head all for it.
brilliant, mate. Yeah, so Sam, pleasure to come over, mate. I really appreciate your time and welcoming us over it. Cheers, mate. Tim, tough one to take there, mate. Polly's left you to it.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's like speaking Tim.
Yeah, it was. To be fair, mate, over the past 2 games, I think it's been 2 games a bit of pressure, too far. I think we had so many chances in the red zone there, and we just didn't finish it. And fair play to them, they got ahead, and then they didn't really let it go, did they?
I think that breakaway try
Killed us.
That was.
Yeah, it was a bit of a sucker punch. We were camped.
You nearly scored, and then that was it. He was away.
I mean, I'll give credit to sides when they beat us. A bit like Bognor last week, they were much better than us. I think Sandown, fair play, they took their chances.
Yeah.
They knew what they were coming up against. Set piece wise, they probably trained against stopping the driving maul. Scrummage was a bit of a mess, but they did really well. Fair play to the. He started tight head and then he went loose head. He was fair play to him. I think he did pretty well against some experienced campaigners.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate. I mean, it's a tough one to take, isn't it?
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how the other results have gone, but
No idea, mate. To be fair, credit to Havant for steamrolling the league, and then fair play to Ellingham. If they still got to come to us next week, and there's still 2 games
they've got
left.
to play this lot as well.
Yeah, tough.
Last game as well.
Tough game with these guys. They're nuggety. They're abrasive, and they want to get going. So it is what it is.
Penalty count was pretty high. Did you? Well, obviously there was a few yellows.
Yeah.
Could have potentially been more.
Yeah.
Do you think there was much of a bearing on the game in that sense?
Yeah. It was very stop-start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't get in the flow, and then. A few decisions, but we can't do this without the referees turning up, can we? So.
No, and he's consistently turns up, to be fair to him. So
I can't really argue with that.
He's a good crack, but tough one to take. Rebuild, go back 2 weeks' time. Who have you got in 2 weeks?
We've got Ellingham at home, actually, mate. Ooh. So obviously we beat them at their place. So we'd like to do well. We'd like to get a few bodies back, especially in the back line, mate. I think we've coming towards the tail end of the season. We've been a bit ravaged with the back line. We've lost a few key players. But we'll see, mate. We'll finish up strong and we'll see how we go, and then we can build for next year, whatever that looks like.
Whatever the plan is.
Whatever the plan is, mate.
Top man. Cheers, Tim. Always good to see you, mate.
Thank you very much, Gosport, for today. Cracking battle. Sorry you came on the wrong side of that, even though we had 3 yellow cards. So best of luck for the rest of the season. We'll look forward to seeing you next year. Man of the match, we're going to pick it all, I believe. So our man of the match for you guys was number 8. And then our tick of the day, could be easy, could have gone to our lines a little bit of flag up on the conversion.
Great pick.
We're going to make it very simple. We have 3 dicks who got yellow cards, so they're all getting a pint.
Say thanks, guys. Thanks again. So obviously didn't go the way we wanted it going, but again, thanks to you guys. Have a good rest of the season, and hopefully we'll see you next year. Okay, guys, we'll give you a man of match to your blind side flank. And obviously when you're first team player, you go up to the ferry, and your dad buys you a ticket. So we're missing your players, so get up here, you know you
Fucking hell. Probably got his name written inside his shirt.
Is he a dad? He's Superman!